Dear students, hello again. I'm glad to be here with you for finalizing the chapter 1, which is section 1 by 6. And here we have an inequality and inequalities. When I say inequalities, means that I have two things here, variable like x and these signs, these symbols, okay, which are recalled as greater, smaller or equal to b, a, for example, a is smaller than b, or smaller or equal than b, or a greater than b, a greater than or equal to b. That's all these symbols. So we have what? We have an x, okay, here as you can see in the example 1, page 44. We have an x as a variable and these symbols, okay. Also you can see these symbols, or in the example 2 you can these symbols. So that's why we have a variable and what, and greater than or equal to this one. So in first of all you need the operation of, you should know about the rules of how to add or subtract two things, but I will give you these rules during the solution. During the solution I'll tell you I did this one by the first rule, second rule, third rule, because this one really like imaginary things, an imaginary things. So I'll do this one and during the solution, and then I will mention each rule that we use it. And also as a previous 1.5 we have an equation, and here 1.6 we have what? Inequality. In here also we have what? Inequality, linear, was easy, linear, and quadratic or more. When I say more, means that the power of x may be 2 or 3, there's maybe 1. In this one, in the solution 1, example 1, page 44, you see what we have 3x less than 9x plus 4. As I told you, it's better to solve this one and finding two things here. The solution also we need a solution. We need two things here. Value of x, when I say value of x I mean single x, as you know, and location of the solution. When I say location of the solution, I mean the real line, okay, real line. So do not forget about this one. If for example at exam you just find the single x without this one, you will lose your grade. For example, if the question was over, the weight of the question was 4, you will lose 1 grade, okay, 1 mark. Okay, now how we solve this one? As I told you, bring the smallest to the largest one and put the numbers in the other side, okay. By the rule number 1, by the first rule and the second rule, I did this one. How? Here's your original one. I say 9x, okay, plus 4, 3x. Now I am going to put minus 3x, so here it means that here is positive. I'll put the minus 3x to both sides, okay. So this side will be 0 and this side will be like that. Now again, so we use the second rule. Here's the second rule. Now I'm going to subtract minus 4 to both sides, so I'll get what? This one is 0, minus 4. This one and this one will be equal to 0. They cancel each other, so I get something like that. That's why in this step I say I will bring this one to that side and I will take this one to that side, and I get 1. Now I got what? 9 minus 3 is equal to 6. X, if you don't know, we have 9 minus 3, x as a common, and minus 4. How about x? Because I want to just x, so I will divide both sides by 6, so I get what? By 6. And this one will be equal to single x, that's why we did it. And here I have what? I have minus 2 over 3. So this is your single solution. So x greater than minus 2 over 3. Here's the single equation. How about location? Here's your real line. If there's a 0, I have minus 1 here. Minus 2 over 3 will be here. And x greater than. So the greater should be like that. You don't fill the gap. Just we do like a hole. And I say greater. Means that go to the positive side. So that's why we have this one. In case if you have x, for example, greater than minus 2 over 3, we will mention the location as like that. Here's minus 2 over 3. So I'll mention minus 2 over 3 and we will fill the gap. Why? Because I have an equality. That's why. Okay? This is just like a note. Okay, dear? I think it's easy, but you need more practice. I know. It's not just by one shoot and you get the idea. Okay, dear? And in your lecture, he solved by another way. I'll do it for you, really, because I like it. Because I want to apply these formula. Now here, we divided or multiplied by positive. Here, we divide or multiply by positive. So when you divide or multiply your equation, inequality, by the positive, the sign will not change. But now I will solve this one in the other side, and you get the same result, of course, but I will multiply by negative part. How? I'll show you. Okay, the same example, example 1, as I told you. I'll do it for you step by step, and I'll explain it. I'll give you more explanation. So page 44, 3x 9x plus 4. Now this time I'll change my inequality. I'll solve it by another method, which is the other equal. I'll bring this one to that side. So I get what? Am I right, student? Check it. I moved this one to the other side. So from the right to left, the sign will be changed to the negative, or you can say we minus 9x to both sides. Okay, now I get what? Minus 6x 4. Am I right? But and also I will divide by 6. Okay, for you. We will divide by 6. I will get what? Divide by 6. Divide by 6. You get minus x less than 2 over 3. Now it's time. So and minus x less than. So it's time to multiply it by minus 1. You can do it. So I say we multiply. If I multiply a negative 1 to this left side, I will get minus. So if I multiply minus x to this minus 1 to this one, I will get minus 2. But do not forget about, if you multiply minus 1 to here, the sign will reverse. Maybe some of the students say, why we need this one along? Just do it here by minus 6. It depends. This is the standard way. Maybe some students, they are clever, or they saw these examples and they see this subject is easy. So directly they divided by, both sides by minus 6. Okay, you have a right for that. Divide by minus 6, x less than 4. Divided by minus 6, you can do it. Okay, and you get what? You get 1, and this one minus 2 over 3. But also, you will change like that. It's okay for me. Do whatever you want to do, but be logically, but be correctly, not in the other method. So if you saw some way in the YouTube, you heard this one before, your lecturer or teachers in the high school give you another method, it's okay, do it. Okay, I can cover all these methods, but this is the standard way. This is the standard way that I can explain for you. I cannot do it by like that. I will explain this one for you because some of the students, they haven't good background. That's why we are going as a slot. Okay, so in the page number, example 2, page 45, solve again for 3x minus 2, 13. Now I have what? I have double inequality. Can you see? So how we solve this? And you can solve it by easily. Just try to remain. Okay, here's a 13, here's 4. Okay, so try to bring these two to both sides, to here and there. So do it to here. This one will going to be positive 2. How about here? Also do not forget about equality here. So also put these plus 2 to the other side. Okay, that's all. That's the idea. Now it's easy for you, I know. Why it's easy? Because you can add and subtract. So I get what? Sorry, again 15. How about this one? 6. So because the positive, divide by 3. You should divide all of them by 3, not just one part. Okay, like a airplane, you can do it by two wings. So I have 2 equal x 5. Okay, this is the single solution because I have just x. How about the other part? Here's 0, 2, can say 0, 2 and 5. Okay, so x between 2 and 5. Here's equality, we will fill the gap. Here's nothing, we will leave it as a whole. That's all solution that I needed from you, and you can imagine the solution and see the examples, and you can find the more examples here. Okay dear, that's all I needed from you. How about these all? This example 1 and 2. The x1 will be what was it was the linear x to power 1. How about example 2? Again, x was with the power 1. Now we are going to solve non-linear, which is totally different. I need more and more table. So without these tables, you cannot solve the inequality of non-linear type. Okay. So how we solve this one? I'll try to solve all of them for you. Example 3. Example 3. We have what? Page 45. We have this inequality. So example 3, page 45. Yeah, we have what? We have x squared equal to less than or equal to 5x minus 6. So solve this one. As I say solve, do not forget about the solution. Now I'll leave this one part to the other solution, other part of the solution. So first of all, try to arrange them as a one part. 5x. Why? Because really we need the 0 be here. And see how the sign changed. Okay. Now this is the quadratic. So what we should use? We will use the parentheses. So x, x. Okay. Negative, negative. So 3 by 2. This is the first method. So parentheses should be do it, and the other part should be 0. If you have a number, this means that you are totally wrong. You cannot do it. Now I'm going to do something interesting for you. It's a new idea, so please pay attention here. Second, write down the zeros. When I say the zeros, I mean this number. So we say 2 and 3. We don't say is equal to minus 3 or 2. No, we will put this one to be 0. So this one be 0, I will get what? X will be 3. Or, as I told you in the equation part, how about this one? X minus 2 is equal to 0, so x is equal to 2. X, we do it for you here. X minus 3, x minus 2 is equal to 0. So in this case, I say x minus 3 is equal to 0. Then x will be 3. How about this one? X minus 2 equal to 0. So x will be 2. So that's why I put the zeros here. In the same part, choose neighborhood's number. What do you mean by neighborhood's number? I mean that less than 2, maybe 0 or 1, I will select 0. How about between 2 and 3? We have 2.5. Am I right? I'll put the 2.5. How about greater than 3? I have 4. I'm not going to more. Okay, that's all. So you need neighborhood's number. Why? Because here I will put the sign of positive or negative. Then I will decide which of them is the correct answer. As I told you, this is the non-linear inequality. Non-linear x squared inequality. Okay. So do not forget about the first exam equation. It's very, very important. I will recall as equation star. Okay. So put these neighborhoods values or value one by one in the equation star. How? Let me do it slowly for you. So if I put 0, 3, 0, minus 2, I will ask myself with the 0, what's the relation this one with that 0? So I get what? Minus 3. How about this one? Minus 2. So multiply them. I will get what? Minus by minus 6. So 6 with 0 is greater or smaller or what? You tell me. Surely is greater. So in that part, I will cancel these solutions. So I say positive. I will write down here positive. So means that I will not take it. I will not take it. Okay. Now, how about 2? Just let me 2 here. Stop. Now it's time to testify the second value. So I have what? I'll put 2 over in the equation star. Equation star. 2.5 minus 3. Again, 2.5 minus 2. I'll ask myself with the 0. So you know, I don't care about the value. I care about the sign. So half, 2.5 minus 3, I will get minus 0.5, right? I'll just write the 0, the sign, so negative, because 2.5 minus 3 will remains minus 0.5. Forget about the minus, the value. Just concentrate or write down the sign. How about here? 2.5 minus 2, I will get positive. So negative by positive, I have 2 brackets, 2 parentheses. We multiply, I get what? With a 0. I get negative value with the 0. So the negative value means that what? Means that less. So right here, less. And I will take it. Why I will take it? Because I need the less. Here's the less. In the other example, if you're sign this like that, so I'll take the positive. I'll cancel this one. So in that example, I will take the less as a correct region. Now it remains more. Do not forget about, do not leave it. Now how about the third value of the neighborhoods? So we have 4 minus 3, 4 minus 2. I will ask myself with the 0. I get positive. I will get positive. So positive by positive with 0 is greater. As you know, is equal to positive. It's greater than 0. So here's again positive, and I will cancel it. Why will cancel it? Because we have smaller. Okay, dear. So that's why, because you have a smaller. So as you see, we have what? We have these values, and the region is here. Is here. Okay, because we have an equality, because just here's we choose the here, and because of the equality, we will fill the gap. So your solution is between 2 and 3. That's all you needed. Really, in your lecture note, he wrote a lot of things that you don't need it. Just testify the value. Do not forget about this one. Okay, and he did many tables. You don't need it. Okay, you just need this value, really, this table. You just need this one, and we did it. We did it here, we did it here. Negative, positive, negative, positive, positive, negative, positive. So we just care about this one. We don't need all this one. Okay, and here's your other part, and we fill the gap. You don't forget, because you have an equality. Okay, dear. Now if you have a question or you have a problem, try to play the video more, and I want to I would like to leave this example for you, but it's okay because I'm online teaching. I would like to solve it for you. Now, about example 4, in page 46, we have, he just did it for us. He did it for us. Do everything. Thank you. Prepare the parentheses. So step number 1 that I told you. Sorry, I forget about the step. Step number 1, step number 2. Here, there's a step number 3. You choose the positive. So already in the example 4, step number 1 done. Now I'm going to do the step number 2. What's the step number 2? Put the roots, zeros. What do you mean by this? Look. When you have something like that, x minus 1 square, x minus 3 square is equal to 0. Let it be 0 or smaller than 0. So it means that x is equal to 0. So it's one of the value. Okay. How about the second value? X minus 1 equal to 0. So square, and we take the root. So x is equal to 1. The second value. How about here? X is equal to 3, as you know. So 0, 1, 3. 0, 1, 3. This is very important. What's next? Neighborhoods. What do you mean by neighborhood? Here, less than 0, between 0 and 1, between 1 and 3, more than 3. Okay. When I should put it? Where's the equation star? Here's the equation star. Your question is the equation star. Because in the first step you will get the equation star. So what should I do? Just replace it. When I say replace, I substitute it. In equation star. So I have what? X minus 1 square, x minus 3 less than 0. Okay. What should I do? Replace these neighborhoods, as I told you. And do not care about this part. Always positive. Why? Tell me why. Because you have a square. So if I put minus, plus, anything here, any numbers here, because I have a square, always I'll get positive. That's a trick. So you're concentrated about this one and this one. Just focus on these brackets and find it's a greater or equal to the 0. Okay. So if I put minus 1 here, I will get minus. If I put minus here 1 here, I get what? Minus 1. Minus 1 is equal to minus 2, and I will get positive part. And how about here? I will get minus 4, which means that negative, positive, negative. Am I right? The value. After putting minus, put minus 1. So I got what? Here's minus. Here's minus 1. Minus 1, I get minus 2. Minus 2 squared, it will be 0. Sorry, positive. How about here? Minus 1, minus 3, minus 4. So means that negative. So negative by positive, negative. Negative by negative, positive. So I got what? I got positive. So positive less than 0. Ask yourself. No, sure. So cancel. Okay. Because, sorry. Yes, we need a negative. So do not cancel. Yes, it's less than 0. So choose it. We choose it. Okay. How about this region, this location between 0 and 1? I don't know. Put 0.5 in the equation star. Again, do it. Now I'll put it 0.5 here. I'll get positive. As I told you, positive. 0.5 negative. So I got what? 0.5 minus 3 negative. I got positive by positive, positive. Positive, negative, negative. So I got negative, which is less, also less than, sorry, I made a mistake. So it's less than 0, and we choose. I made a mistake. This one is greater than 0, so you will reject it. Sorry for that. So it's negative, it's greater than 0, so you'll reject. So here should be reject. Here is negative, is positive. Here's a negative, so you'll choose it. Okay. We get negative, we choose it. How about putting number 2? How about this region? I'll put number 2. So number 2, put in the equation star. I'll get positive. As usual, I told you, square positive. If I put here, I'll get negative. 2 minus 3 is equal to negative 1. So negative. The result will be what? Negative, positive, 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 negative. So negative is less than 0. So also we will we will choose also here. Okay, dear, we will choose also here. So negative. How about putting 4 in equation star? I get what? Let me put number 4, last neighborhood's number. Positive, as usual, the second positive, and 4 also positive. So 3 positive, but the result will be positive, which are greater than 0. We don't take it. We don't take this one. Okay. So the solution will be what? The solution, look, I will do it here for you because I don't really want to interrupt you. So number 3, or the third step, this one and this one. So because I haven't equality, so we will take out just number 1. So it will be 0 and 1 and 1 to here. Okay, that's all. Look here, your solution to page 46. 0, 1, 3, 0, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3. Why? Because you have no equality. If I have equality, I will fill all the gap. Okay, dear. So please try to solve 53. It's a very good question for you. Those are non-linear equation, but we use it by the parentheses, or the parentheses are given. Now I am going to the next page. Okay, just these 2 examples remains. We will this example remains on the inequality, and that one will be with the absolute value. So it's different things. So we will solve this one together with the really, there's a non-linear because I have a x to power minus here, and do not forget about we have a quotients. Quotients means that we have a fraction. Correct. Okay, we have a fraction. Correct. And also we have an inequality here. Lasanga. Okay, so now solve it. And there's a some trick here. You should be more careful. Something else here and need more detail. So be with me. Now we have what? Example 5, page 47. We have this quotient inequality. Now the other side should be 0. First step. If you have a fraction or quotient, the other step should be 0. So how you do that? It's easy. Now we finish that. Then the second step, common denominator, if you need. So what do you mean by common denominator? It means that there should be 1 things and here should be 0. So what's the common denominator? The case number 2 or 3, you can find this. Okay. So please, you have a fraction, different denominator, case number 2. So, and do your third step, algebraic. When I say algebraic, means that do your simplify it. Let me write simplify. Maybe there's a common things. Do not do like that, because we did it before. Do not again factor them. No, just simplify. What do you mean by simplify? We have x minus 1 plus x greater than or equal to 0. As you know, 1 minus x. Okay. Now minus 1, 1. They will cancel each other. X plus x is equal to 2x over 1 minus x greater than or equal to 0. Now here, go to the first step in the previous lecture. What do you mean by first step? Find the zeros. So the denominator from here, do not forget 1 should be exclude. Automatically. Why? Because the denominator will be 0 by this one. And so I have what? If numerator equal to 0, if I say numerator is equal to 0 as a first step in the previous page, we get 0. So how about denominator? We have 1. And do not forget about to exclude, because from here 1 is forbidden, 1 is the taboo, 1 is the dangers. So that's why we exclude it here before we do anything. Now it's time to what? To find the neighborhoods. To 0.5 minus 1. If I put minus, and here's your equation star. Okay, equation star, I will write down here for you to be just greater than or equal to 0, of course. Equation star. Okay, if I put minus 1 here, I get what? Minus 1, minus 1, 1, minus 1, I will get positive, is equal to 2. Because here's minus, so minus 1 will be 2, so positive. And I get negative over positive, I will get what? Negative. So negative is less than 0 or equal to thing. No. So here's negative, we don't take it. How about if I put 0.5 here? 0.5 to 0.5, so I'll get positive. So 0.5, 1 minus 0.5, also positive. So positive is equal to positive over positive. So I get positive. Positive is less than or equal, greater. Is greater than. So here's your inequality is greater. Here's equation star. So I say this is positive, and I need this one to be greater. Now time for the third neighborhood. So I will follow the other steps. So neighborhood number 2. So if I put 2 here, 2 is equal to 4 positive. So if I put 2, it will be negative. So positive over negative, I will get negative. So negative is less than 0 or equal to what? Is negative. So I don't like it because we don't need it. Here should be positive. Okay, forget about here. Go to the last. Third step of the quadratic or the parenthesis methods of nonlinear inequality that we did in the page number 46. Okay, so here's your solution between third number location between 0 and 1. Okay, do not forget about what about here to be gap. Do not fill it. But we have equality. So how about 0? I know we forget about 1 because as I told you, it's a danger, it's a taboo, it's a out of the range. So we will fill this one, this gap. Okay, that's it. So here's your solution. You can see here's the gap, here's the fill. There's no hole. Okay, so please try to solve 59 if you want to more information about 47. Now the last page that we have with the last two example, we have another subject. We have absolute value with the inequality. We have two rules that we fold here. Even they wrote 5, but really these are 2 equal to 1 rule, and these are equal to 2 rule, second rule. So first and the second, or you can say properties. So just follow my instruction that I'm going to tell you, and you will see these one are more easy, and also the exercises. Okay, So let me tell you the general information about that. In the general, if you have absolute value, I'll say that's a first. Okay, less than a means that any number. So just put it down between a and minus a. Example on it. If I have x less than 5, I will expand x as a 5 minus 5. And I know the solution will be 5 will be like that. Okay, easy. I think it's easy. So this is about first rule, and I'm going to tell you about the second one. How about x? Another example, x minus 5 less than 2. Directly I say this is absolute value and this is the less than. So the first rule say that 2 and minus 2. What's between 2 and minus 2? X minus 5. Okay, dear. This is your example number 6 in your page 48. Okay, so how we solve this one? As I told you, I want a single 5. You saw this inequality before, it's a linear. So 2 plus 5 minus 2 plus 5. And I'll get 3, 7. And here's your solution. 3, 7. Okay. How about if I put equality here? So this one will be equality. This one will be equality. So this one will be filled. How about this example? Let be equal, 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 again equal, and you fill the gap. That's why I say these two are just one. Okay, next example. In case if you have absolute value greater than any number. So now I have a greater. Look, absolute value. The mouth of the shark is nearly to eat the x. So in that case, say x, forget about the absolute value, greater than a, or this x less than minus a. Please do not put the minus here. There is no minus. Attention. Okay. Okay. Do not put or not. There is no negative. Now I'm going to repeat it for you. In case you have x greater than a, so directly I say x greater than a itself, or x less than minus a. Just I'll put minus here. Example, x absolute value of x greater than 2, or let be just 5. So in that case I say x greater than 5 or x less than minus 5. And here's the solution: 0, 5, negative 5, positive 5. So x greater 5, so means that go on x greater 5. X less than minus 5, here's minus 5, less than, go to minus infinity. Okay, another example 7 in page 48, example 7. Okay, so I have what? 3x plus 2. Before I'm going to that, let be a smaller one. So 3x plus 2, or x plus 2 greater than 5. How about this one? It's the same. I say x plus 2 greater than 5, or x plus 2 less than minus 5. Okay, I'll solve this linear, and then I say or. So x greater than 5 minus 2, so x greater than 3. Finish. Or x minus 5 minus 2, so x less than minus 7. Finish. So I have what? Here's 0, here's minus 7, here's 3. So I am greater than 0, 3, sorry, let be like that. Less than minus 7, let be like that. Okay, dear? Any question? No, it's easy, you can see. How about if I put equality here? So I have equal, I have equal. I have equal, equal, and I will fill the gap. Nothing changed. How about this one? The same. How about that part? The same. Okay, dear? That's all that you have in the property 2 and 3, or the third and fourth property. So that's why I say it's just one rule. Now I'm going to solve this example for you. I think it's easy. You can control them because you saw this more here together. It's equal to what? Example number 7 in page 48. Say solve this inequality. 3x plus 2 greater than or equal to 4. Now I'm going to apply the third or fourth rule together. So I say 3x plus 2 because the greater, I say greater than or equal to 4. Or do not forget 3x plus 2 less than minus 4. Equal. Now I'm going to solve this part. I say 3x greater than or equal to 4 minus 2. And 3x is greater than or equal to 2. Now I'm dividing 3 by 3 because I want a single x. I get 3x over 3 greater than 2 over 3 was equal to x greater than or equal to 2 over 3. So first part, or 3x plus 2 less than minus 4 minus 2. 3x less than minus 6. We'll divide by 3. Both sides positive, so I get x by 3 by 3. So I get x minus 2. That's your solution. So we have what? We have a 0 here. Here's 2 over 3. Means that if it's 1, here's a 2 over 3. And this one will be minus 2. So less than or equal to minus 1 means that it is smaller than it. Okay. How about greater than? So means that you have greater than or equal to 2. That's all that you have here. You can see the solution and like that here. Okay, dear. I hope that you will find this easier and try to solve it, and try to solve 83, and you can find the exercises solution. I'll put all the exercise solutions that you have in the last page of your book. Have a nice time. See you in the next chapter. Bye for now.